Okay, so today once again we are dealing with the Nasdaq, and I actually took buys today, but as you can see, it didn't exactly work out for me. So I took an L, and this was the first loss I actually took for the month. I was in a bit of a winning streak for the last 1.5, 2 months at least, and this was my first loss for this month, and actually for February as well. So anyway, first of all, as we can see on the daily time frame, we broke above the ski level of resistance over here with this candle over there. So we broke above there, and as we can see, price is yet to retest the zone, right? Price is yet to retest it. If we're thinking in terms of a simple break and retest. So once again, we can see price broke with this candle over there. Like I said, no retest as of yet, and I will admit I got a little bit antsy with this trade. I was extremely impatient, and yeah, it kind of bit me in the ass. So as we can see over here, like I said, now going on to the 4-hour, we can see we had a good continuation after market opened on Monday or Sunday night. We can see we have the gap over here, and price is yet also to fill that gap. But as we can see, price had a good continuation up towards this little 4-hour resistance up here. This 4-hour resistance up there, price pushed towards it. I like to call this a little intermediate zone. Not really a strong support, strong resistance. I just call these little intermediate zones. But as we can see, price pushed towards it, and we can actually see that price actually broke above it. Right over here, we can see price broke above it. We can see we had a rejection over there. Price once again rejected over here, and then finally we broke above it. So I was like, okay, since we broke above it, maybe price won't want to retrace, to towards this daily now support zone. Price will just continue pushing up towards this big resistance zone, daily resistance zone up here. Turns out I was wrong, and you can see that like I said, price broke it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get in. Since we broke it now, I'm gonna get in, and then even if price wants to retest, it might pull back and then shoot back up. So I wasn't risking also a lot, so I was okay with being in drawdown for a little bit, right? So with that being said, I said okay, since we broke here, I decided, okay, I'm just gonna get in even with a little bit of drawdown. I'll be fine, since I won't be risking a whole lot. I actually risked a very minimal amount, right? So as we can see, this was essentially just a fake out of this intermediate zone, because price pushed up, right, broke the zone, and then what did it do? Bam, right back down again. So it was essentially, like I said, a fake out. And as we can see, we do still have this gap over here from when market opened on Sunday. So price will most likely come down to not just retest this daily now support zone, but also to fill the Sunday market open gap. And more likely than not, price always comes, or most of the time, price comes to fill the gap that is caused by market open on a Sunday, right? And I admit I should have waited for price to come down, to retest and fill the gap, and then I could have gotten in with essentially a much better risk reward. Say for example something like this, you can see should have been a much better risk reward. But this trade isn't completely isn't completely out of the water, because this is exactly also the reason why I risked very little, because I knew there was a good chance that that price would come down to fill the gap and retest the daily support zone. So with that being said, what I would wait for now is, like I said, a push down, retest, and then hopefully we get some sort of maybe a bullish engulfing candle to the upside, or a massive wick to the upside to show that bulls are still in control. Then I will almost likely buy up towards that very important daily resistance zone. So took an L today on Nasdaq, but I am still looking for a re-entry